Are you here for motivation? Well, I got good news for you, because not only are we going to be providing mindset and techniques to do daily to gain motivation, but we're going to do it a step better. Look at the image of the match. The match needs something external, something outside of itself to create the fire. If we are dependent upon external sources of motivation, it is very challenging to have sustainable daily motivation. We need to go even deeper than external motivation and provide internal inspiration so that you are like a lightning bug. You are your own source of inspiration and don't need something outside of yourself for that motivation. That is my goal for you today, is for you to ignite your inspiration, something within you that you can tap into every day to get closer and closer to your goals. Before I switch slides and continue on, check in with your current goal. It's April, and so we're entering quarter 2 for the year. Think about a New Year's resolution that you sent, or any sort of recent goal that you had in quarter 1 for the year. In one word, you can type it into the control panel and share with me if you'd like, or just think about it or write it down yourself. What word would you describe and choose to rate your current progress on your most recent goal that you set? Think about that one word, write it down, think about it, and I'm going to share with you the first step. When I've learned that when I'm describing my progress and I'm assessing myself, I choose these 3 words: only good, better, and best. We don't rest until our good gets better and our better becomes best. What's critical is that you define what your best is, not other people define what your very best is. Internally, you know when you have done your very best. Why are there no negative terms on here, Lance? Wonderful question. When we are pursuing a long-term goal that we're striving, are you here for motivation? Well, I got good news for you, because not only are we going to be providing mindset and techniques to do daily to gain motivation, but we're going to do it a step better. Look at the image of the match. The match needs something external, something outside of itself to create the fire. If we are dependent upon external sources of motivation, it is very challenging to have sustainable daily motivation. We need to go even deeper than external motivation and provide internal inspiration so that you are like a lightning bug. You are your own source of inspiration and don't need something outside of yourself for that motivation. That is my goal for you today, is for you to ignite your inspiration, something within you that you can tap into every day to get closer and closer to your goals. Before I switch slides and continue on, check in with your current goal. It's April, and so we're entering quarter 2 for the year. Think about a New Year's resolution that you sent, or any sort of recent goal that you had in quarter 1 for the year. In one word, you can type it into the control panel and share with me if you'd like, or just think about it or write it down yourself. What word would you describe and choose to rate your current progress on your most recent goal that you set? Think about that one word, write it down, think about it, and I'm going to share with you the first step. When I've learned that when I'm describing my progress and I'm assessing myself, I choose these three words. Only good, better, and best. We don't rest until our good gets better and our better becomes best. What's critical is that you define what your best is, not other people define what your very best is. Internally, you know when you have done your very best. Why are there no negative terms on here, Lance? Wonderful question. When we are pursuing a long-term goal that we're stretching ourselves, that's challenging. The thoughts and the words that we choose to describe ourselves and our progress have a big impact on our daily motivation and inspiration. If you're beating yourself up with the words that you're describing your progress, those words and thoughts, if they're negative in orientation, self-limiting, self-deprecating, create negative emotions. And you don't feel better about yourself. And most likely, you don't take more actions because those words aren't encouraging or supportive or compassionate or empathetic or motivational. So I choose, when working with clients and my own progress, good, better, and best. Now you might be saying, Lance, how could you possibly say that my progress since my New Year's resolution of losing weight, getting to the gym, is good? Well, let me show you. We do that by focusing not on what is wrong or what you haven't done, but what you have. That's called the bright spot. I always start with looking for the bright spot. Was there anything positive that we can highlight that you've done since, let's say, your New Year's resolution of losing weight and getting to the gym? Did you buy new gym shoes? Did you sign up for the gym membership? Did you make it to the gym? Did you work out for a couple months? Anything positive we need to highlight and really get curious on any bright spots where you're literally living, executing, doing your goal. So for an example, that person sets the New Year's resolution of losing weight by going to the gym. I would ask that client, did you tell me about an experience when you made it to the gym? And what were the steps that helped you get to the gym? What time did you leave? What specifically did you do? How long were you working out? What were any other obstacles that you eliminated or positive steps that you took to help you get to that gym and do that workout? And even more importantly, we want to focus on what was the reward. If you did make it to the gym or do your goal that you set out to do at least one time, what were the positive associations with it? We want to remember the rewards for example, going to the gym, maybe more energy, felt better, felt accomplished, connected with a friend, did something fun, slept better, and remind ourselves of that reward as we keep continuing forward. So no matter what, rate your progress, focus on your bright spots on a daily basis, and I'll show you how to do that so that you focus on positivity, which builds your momentum to keep going forward rather than negative words and negative emotions which put the brakes on your progress. It's important to know about your goal is it looks like this path oftentimes. The first element is the peace symbol, which indicates and represents we need to be at peace with where we are right now. I know you may want something different, or you may expect more of yourself, but no matter where you're at, we need to accept not only where we are, but here's the key, the responsibility to get yourself to where you want to be. Also notice in this path of your goal, it's not linear and always positive. There's peaks and valleys. And the valleys represented and pointed out by the red arrows, the peaks with the green, share important things. No matter what, you're going to experience a valley in the path towards your goal. That could be an injury, illness, travel, work challenge, lack of motivation, could be anything. The goal is if we can get through the resistance, the valley, we always get to a higher level. Resistance causes you to grow, change, and become more, especially if you can get through it. So now we're going to share 3 little elements to help you get through your valleys, which are natural in the goal-setting process. They're without conflict and without challenge. It has no meaning to reach your goal. And that it's through the challenge and the resistance is what helps you feel so proud and accomplished. The first element to get through the valleys is you got to have a North Star. Something that is so bright, that shines in your sky, brighter than any challenge, resistance, sacrifice, effort that you need to put in. Every day, if you know what your North Star is, you have a direction and ultimately a destination that you are moving your life and life force into. Waking up and looking at your North Star, you know which direction to go. If your actions of your day do not lead you towards yet that North Star, also called your legacy, your purpose, your primary motive or goal, we need to change our behavior. You say yes and say no based on, does this get me closer to my goals and move towards my North Star or not? So we need to identify something in your life that shines so bright to guide your direction and form a destination, also known as a vision. Second step is the most powerful emotions are fear and love. Fear does not usually get people closer to their goals, but love does. We want to set goals from our heart, not our mind. What do you love enough to change, grow, and live differently for? Do you love yourself, your family, your company, your community, your cause enough to change, grow, and live differently and take the actions necessary to reach your goals? What do you love enough to move forward? Also, energy. It takes about 10 times the energy to make change in your life. And you're already a full-time employee, a full-time family, personal life. So if you're feeling tired, we need to use your greatest source of energy, which is your bio battery. If you're feeling tired right now, it's really tough to get to the gym and even want to work out. Thinking about working out probably makes you tired. So we want to start by breathing deeply through our nose and our belly more regularly for oxygen. We want to drink water, more and more water, so that we can hydrate our brain and our body, which gets tired when we're dehydrated. We want to make sure that we start to get 15 minutes more of sleep and in bed 15 minutes earlier every night so that we can have the natural energy, the free energy from sleep to move yourself forward. We also want to put in good foods because food is literally your fuel. So your nutrition that you're eating, and choose the right foods that give you positive energy, not spikes of energy. And then if you're already feeling energized, you can use exercise like cardiovascular exercise and strength training exercise to give yourself more energy. So you can go from the bottom up if you're tired in the bio battery, or at the top down. Nothing will give you more energy than your lifestyle. So this might be the one area that you may want to focus on to help you get to your goals and have daily energy, motivation, and inspiration. Now that we've identified that the path goes up and down, we want to look at your path a little bit more and how we can navigate it on a daily basis. First is, the saying goes, the journey of 10,000 miles begins with one step. Right now, specifically write down, what would be one positive step that you can take today to get closer to your goals? One honest step forward. The example of losing weight by going to the gym, what is one step that that person can take? Maybe it's scheduling the workout. Maybe it's hiring the personal trainer. Maybe it's calling a friend and asking them to meet them there. Maybe it's packing the gym bag. Take one step forward. you are not what you do sporadically, you are what you do consistently. So take one step forward. Also, the path doesn't go just up and down with peaks and valleys, but it curves around. And when we have one specific rigid path, we're less effective. It's important to use all the doors, all the different paths, and be flexible with your approach. You may notice the person that wants to lose weight may find that doing long, slow cardio like walking 2 times a week may help them lose weight in the beginning, but then they plateau. Well, don't keep necessarily walking 2 times a week. Maybe we need to change the path. Maybe we need to start to do strength training to build more muscle mass and change your metabolism on the body. That's an example of not being rigid with only one path. If you're getting stuck in a goal, you're not moving that door, it's locked, you may want to knock on other doors to find out what is open. Be flexible and identify other courses. Win the day. You literally are the hero in the movie story called Your Life. Long-term goals like losing weight, writing books, starting businesses, starting families, owning homes is a longer-term goal. We want to focus on short goals, even short as a 24-hour period. Just win today. Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about 6 months from now. By winning today, in your definition, you will get there. Just win today. You're going to have motivation, positivity, and it's going to drive you forward because you're feeling good. How do you know when you win the day? Well, you have to check in with yourself and have a self-reflection process. I like to do this at the end of the day. I like to write down, what was I grateful for in my day? What positive actions did I take that I was really proud of? Did I do my best on the daily motivation 15-minute class with all of you today? And based on my own assessment, I can change my course, keep my course, and develop consistency with taking inspired action. And if I didn't do my best, I can get clear on what I'm going to do differently next time. You can do this with a partner, a coworker, you can do this for yourself, but any way that you can reflect on a daily basis, like athletes that work with sports psychologists, to keep moving forward. And lastly, the 1 times 100 rule says if you honestly improve 1% in 100 days in a row, you become 100% new person. 1% better. And you define that. What would make today, what would cause you to say, yes, I'm 1% better, I'm 1% closer to my goal? Get very specific at the beginning of the day what that is, and check in at the end of the day, did I improve 1%? And that's my 7-day challenge for you.